Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Medicom Toy Mafex number 231, the Marvel Invincible Iron Man Stealth version. So here we have it. He looks great. The metallic blue looks awesome. We get a couple of accessories. We get like a swappable faceplate, some eyes, we get some blast effects, and this awesome metallic blue for the stealth version of Iron Man. Big shout out and thank you to Big Bad Toy Store for getting this out my way so I can review for you guys. Link in the video description below if you're interested in picking this up. It is in stock right now. It is one of the newest Mafex releases to actually hit stores and come out of Japan. I don't know what the next one up is going to be. Might be the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Could be Spider-Man 2099. Time will tell. But Stealth Iron Man is the latest here, and I'm really excited to have it. Unfortunately, I don't have the regular release, the red and yellow one that had released before. I wasn't into Mafex at that time, which sucks, so I can't do a comparison. I will compare to classic comic characters such as Captain America and Spider-Man. I might even bust out Thor. I haven't reviewed that one yet, but I will probably bring it out just so I could do a side-by-side comparison with you guys here. So looking at the box, looks awesome. We get that awesome artwork there of Stealth Iron Man. Looking at the back of the box, we get all kinds of different poses, and you can see some of the different things that this figure comes with. You know, the swappable faceplate, and then the eye insert that you could do, and then some blast effects and all that good stuff. So I'm excited. Let's go ahead and check them out. Again, link in the video description below. If you're looking to pick this up, it is in stock right now at BigBadToyStore.com. Oh boy, okay, so here we have the Stealth Iron Man figure out of the package, and yeah, it's a good one. Really makes me wish I had the classic Iron Man, because you think Iron Man, you think red and yellow or red and gold, whatever. You don't think metallic blue, but here we are. This is the stealth version. We did get a Marvel Legends, so I will do a comparison with that. As you can see there, they're very similar. Marvel Legends is a lot more dark metallic blue, whereas this one is a little bit lighter in color, and this one looks fantastic, moves around fantastic, and we get a bunch of accessories in here, so that is really cool. So let's go ahead and get Iron Man off this stand. All Mafex figures come with a little like flight stand type of deal, by the way. So let's go ahead and get Iron Man off the stand, and let's take a look at his accessories, get a closer look at the figure. Okay, so we're gonna kick it off right with the creepy and weird. So we get this eye insert piece. It's cool in theory, but you know what? If I'm being honest, it's kind of creepy looking, seeing the eyes kind of come through there. It's comic accurate. Sometimes the eyes are shown, and then sometimes it's just kind of redded out or whatever there. But you can see the eyes. I think it's a little bit weird, but it is what it is. So you have four different combinations. We get two different faceplates. We have the eyes, and then we have just kind of the red in there, as you can see. So just swappable faceplates. So here is the first one. As you can see, that is how we look there. I like this kind of more flat faceplate here. This one's kind of the pointy face. As you can see, the eyes. That's like creepy looking, right? And then this one here, you can see kind of that more pointy face. This is not faceplate. I like the more flat design, but you have that there. And then, of course, if we do this, swap out that faceplate, you can pull this out and then be able to get on that red piece. It took me forever to get this red piece out first. It was in there pretty good because it was kind of the initial time, you know, I guess. So we have that there. So let's go with this one. This is kind of the pointy faceplate with the there. So I like the way that looks. That is pretty good. But again, my favorite look would then be this flatter faceplate there with the red. So that is how I will keep it. That is how I like it. So there we go. Looking at the figure, we get a couple of different shades of blue, which is awesome. A beautiful dark blue, and then this light metallic blue on the faceplate, the arms, as well as the legs. But this dark metallic blue just looks so good, and we get it across the body. You know, the most of the helmet head in there, the hip, and then the boots and the gauntlet pieces. Just looks really good. Love the way it looks. The unibeam is this red color there. I'm trying to look. Is that like a translucent? Or how did they get that? Like you can see the shading in there. How did they do that? It's just weird how that is. I'd have to... I don't know if it's like a semi-translucent red piece in there, but that looks really good. The sculpt, the design of it looks really good. The discs are a bit big, though. They're kind of huge. and they're along the hips, like really huge. They don't get in the way. As you can see, you can kind of move them around and stuff. I would still strongly encourage you to be very careful there. This hip piece is a kind of a softer rubber, so maybe it won't be so much of a problem. But I have a feeling that some breakage could happen, so be careful there. And again, those discs are quite large. I think they might be a little big, but they still look okay. So that is Iron Man. Let's take a look at his accessories. We get these 2 feet blast effect pieces, so when you get him into flight mode, which is cool. They're labeled L and R, so you know which one goes which. That goes on the left foot, goes on the right foot. And as you can see on the bottom of the feet, on the toes, you get red in color, and then you have a deeper peg hole at the heel. So when you do it, that's right, you could plug it in and then do so. So that's when you get into the flight poses, which is really cool. We get these 2 blast effect pieces. These ones will connect into certain hands that we have there. As you can see, there's 2 peg holes in there, so you can have those blast effects. So already you got these wide open hands there. So you could do it as a blast effect, or you could do it as a flight pose. They got pegs right in the palms, so you could put these blast effect pieces right on in there, which is really cool. So that's one set of hands. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hands total for the figure. Out of the package, we got fists going on there. Then we get these straight open hands here. And then we get these grip hands here. He has nothing to grip, and I wonder if this is just kind of a holdover from the classic Iron Man. You know, he would have had to grip on that photon cannon. Here's the wide open hands without the peg, so you don't have to use the blast effect, and you get the red like blaster beam holes in there. And then we get a couple of other open hands. So here is just kind of like this wide open set of hands there, and then here is a little bit more relaxed type set of hands. So a lot of hands. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hands in total. I think I said 8 earlier. 3, 6, 7 pairs of hands in total. So that is great. So accessory wise, really good. So now let's go ahead and check out his articulation, and it's Mafex. We know it's going to be really good. Okay, so let's see how good Iron Man moves. It's a Mafex figure. We know it's going to move great. So looking up, you can look up that much. When in flight poses, you can get him to look. Oh, it doesn't go up as much, actually. But in flight poses, you can get him somewhat to kind of look out that much. Looking down is actually a little bit of a problem. The way the design of the collar piece allows for a little bit more limited neck movement than that we would be used to with Mafex. Some crazy pivot on that neck, of course, and then you get a full rotate. You get a full rotation in there. The shoulders you can get to go straight on out like so that works there. Full rotation in there, and you have like this butterfly joint type of deal, which allows you to bring the arm out to be able to do some crossbody, as you can see there. It does not go back. It just kind of rests in there, and that just allows you to kind of extend that arm out there. So that is cool there. You get the upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed elbow gives you that much bend there. It's that gauntlet piece kind of hits that bicep. Let's see. Yeah, that's what we're going to get there. So just a little over 90 degrees. And then wrist swivel, and they have a hinge. It's a ball joint, so you could swivel around and hinge any which way you need to do, which is great. We got the diaphragm cut and a ball joint at the waist. So you can get the upper torso piece to kind of tilt on its own, but with the ball joint waist, you can get Iron Man to tilt to his left, that much there, and then in total to the right, that much there, which is really good. Going back, you can go back that far, and then coming forward, you can crunch forward that far there, which is pretty good. You get a swivel at that ball joint waist. You could also swivel a tiny bit at that diaphragm, but really it's going to be at the waist is where you're going to want to do that. Drop down hips, you can see how far down that legs are going to drop down. You can kick forward that far. You can go back a little ways. You could do the splits that much there. Those discs will move around for you, so that's good movement there. No full thigh swivel, but you do get a good amount of turn in that thigh, so that is good there. Double jointed knee gives you that much bend there. There's no calf swivel or boot swivel of any kind. Foot hinges down, and I just pulled the foot off. It's a ball joint at the ankle, so you can hinge down, you can hinge up, and then you can swivel around, and you can pivot. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and you also have toe articulation, although the toe articulation is pretty limited. I don't want to force it too much. Let's see. Ooh. You just kind of have to snap it in place. You get that much bend there at the toe on that toe articulation. So that's good. So again, kind of what we expect with Mafex. You're going to have figures that can move around really, really, really well. Okay, so side-by-side comparisons, we'll get this one out of the way. We have the Marvel Legends Stealth version there. That Marvel Legends one, really good. It has a nice metallic blue to it. There were some weird issues with this particular figure. Some people had a lot of breakage issues, and then some of them came in this, covered in this weird powdery substance that was kind of sticky. It was kind of weird. But overall, I think the Mafex looks so much better just because, you know, when it's the darker one of the Marvel Legends, everything in the sculpt just kind of gets lost in the dark colors. It had a nice metallic plastic to it and everything, but the Mafex, to me, is just a winner just because the lighter blue contrasting with the darker blue just really stands out and looks better. Looking and comparing with some other Mafex figures, some classic Avengers, we got the Captain America there, as you can see. That looks really good. And then we have the Thor, which the Thor is a good figure, except Thor is really undersized. It's actually on sale right now at Big Bad Toy Store too, if you're interested. I'll have a link in the video description below for him as well. But Thor is good. He's just undersized. As you can see, he's actually smaller and shorter than Iron Man, which is a bit crazy. And now I know Thor wasn't always drawn to be like super tall or anything like that, but I think definitely should have been taller than Iron Man, or at least at the same height. So unfortunately that is not the case. And then here we have Spider-Man, and I believe Spider-Man's also in stock at Big Bad Toy Store if you're looking to pick him up. But there we go with some of our classic Marvel Comics characters in Mafex. Okay, let's go through and do some kind of simple poses there. So with that butterfly that you can kind of extend out, you can see you can kind of have them blasting in the same direction, so that is cool. And just look at that perfect superhero landing pose that you could do with Iron Man. I mean, you even got, you know, even using the toe articulation in there, just crazy. You know, extending this arm out really helps as well. Just so nice. You can't do that with a lot of figures. Marvel Legends won't even come close. It won't even try it. But with the Mafex, you can easily do it and just looks great. Okay, so that's my review of the Mafex Stealth Iron Man. Really good. Really makes me wish I had the classic Iron Man. But you guys give me your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you have that classic Iron Man figure? What do you think of it? Just try not to rub it in too much that you have it and that I don't. Maybe we will get a reissue somewhere down the road. But you guys give me your thoughts on that figure compared to this figure. And if you're looking to pick this one up in addition to having that classic one. Again, big shout out and thank you to BigBadToyStore.com for sending this out my way. It is in stock right now. Link in the video description below if you're looking to pick up the Mafex Stealth Iron Man. And can't forget, if you like this video, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.